Hey girlfriends, welcome back to the channel for another video today. If you're new here, my name is GeranikaMycia, but all my friends call me G. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back this week and clicking on my face. And if you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe, and do not forget to follow me on Instagram for all of my fabulous updates. And come back each week for weekly uploads, girl. So today's self-care Sunday is a little different. It's like a chit chat type of video. I know you guys love the self-care Sunday vlogs, but this month I decided to do something a little different because I just wanted to dive a little deeper into self-care and personal development. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and do not, like I said, forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So if you're new here to my channel, I focus on luxury, fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and I like to add a little or a lot of personal development and self-care here and there on the channel. Every first Sunday of each month I do a self-care Sunday vlog where we just focus on everything personal development, self-care, therapy, all of the things that will lead us to the better version of ourselves. So this video is just no different. So first of all, I'm just going to start off with my personal development and self-care journey, which I started March 23rd, 2019. At that point, I just wasn't happy with myself or my life, so I just decided to change. I was like, I need to change, and I didn't know where to start or how to start, so I started with my weight. At that point, I was the heaviest I've ever been. I was 192 pounds, and I just was not happy with that, girl. I couldn't fit anything, and I just was like, let's just start there. So I started working out every day, like every single day. I'm at the gym, and when I looked up, it was like maybe a month later, and I was 15 pounds lighter, and I'm like, oh, I feel good. It's just like everything was just changing for me, and it literally started with working out. So once I started to work out, I was like, okay, I want to focus more on the inside. Now that's when like therapy came. A lot of you ask me about how I found my therapist. I found my therapist through therapyforblackgirls.com, but you can Google whatever. At the time, I was just Googling therapists in my area. I have been through so many therapists, and none of them were working for me. So when you want to better yourself and you're looking for therapists and it doesn't work out, it can get so frustrating. So I did give up. I just stopped looking for therapists, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it on my own. But I feel like I reached a point in my journey that I needed someone else to help me, because I've done all that I can do. So I need someone to come in and take me to the next level, like pull me up, because at this point I've done everything that's in my power. So at the beginning of this year, yes, in December, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get back to finding a therapist. I Googled therapyforblackgirls.com, and I typed therapists in my area. I emailed so many different therapists, and nobody was emailing me back, girl. So I got one email from a therapist saying, you know, we can do a free intake and just see if we work for each other. And that was one thing that really kind of made me be like, oh, okay, because most therapists, they just wanted me to do like a session, and I just was overdoing that. I just wanted to, let's just see if we work. So me and her, we worked, and I am so happy that I didn't give up and I kept going, because I feel like through therapy I have reached a level that I possibly couldn't have done on my own. And it's okay, because I know in the Black community, therapy is just like, okay, why is she going to therapy? Is she crazy? I am a person who believes everybody needs therapy. Even if you're okay, everybody needs therapy, because there's always something we can figure out or work out, and there's always the next level to our journey. So that's just a little insight on my personal development journey. But I did want to share with you guys one thing that I have learned. You know, growing up, nobody told me about self-care or personal development. This all is just like new to me, and I'm just like, I am obsessed with it. I can tell you that I am obsessed with it. It's like a practice. I do it every single day. But learning that self-care and personal development, they're two different things. They go hand in hand, but they are two different things. To me, self-care is things that, little acts of kindness that I do for myself, like my weekly massages, getting my nails done, buying a new book, going for a walk, going to the coffee shop for hours because I know that's what I like. Things like that. That is self-care for me. But personal development is different. Personal development is me going to therapy and working on the trauma or digging deep into things that I wouldn't necessarily touch. So self-care is the acts of kindness, and to me personal development is you really going deep to figure out yourself. Okay, what do I like? What don't I like? Why did I respond that way? How do I feel about myself? Do I love myself? Like, that is personal development to me. And honestly, learning the difference has been challenging, but it also has been a blessing because I now know, okay, Geranika, yes, I need some self-care, but we need a little personal development. Let's go journal. Let's go see what we're feeling. Like, I have this thing where I always do, I check myself. And checking in, check in. Checking myself is when I know I'm doing something out of my character, or if I'm not operating out the highest version of myself. That's when I have to check myself. Like, okay, why are you doing that? If I see myself about to say something shady or just be a little nasty, I'll be like, where that's coming from? Because usually when I'm in that I have that type of energy, it's either I'm in a situation I shouldn't be in, or it's never really the other person. It's something within myself. So I always have to check myself, and I also check in with myself. When I check in with myself, it's just basically me saying, and I do this all day. It's to the point where I can be off just a little, and I know my energy is just not right. I'll be like, okay, hold on. Let's sit down right quick. I will literally sit down. I don't care where I'm at. I'm going to sit down and be like, how do you feel? Okay, why do you feel like that? What's happening? I always check what's happening within, because I'm a true believer that your emotions is going to let you know what's going on and where you at. My therapist like to say, challenge your emotions and your feelings, because let's say if you're angry, there's always another emotion underneath that. So once you start peeling the layers back, it'll be like, okay, I'm mad. Okay, why are you mad? Oh, I'm angry. Okay, peel that back. Why are you angry? Something else is under anger, and then you're like, I'm hurt. And you're like, oh, so I did all of this and act out of my character and act out the total opposite of what I want to be, not the highest version of myself, because under all of that I'm sad, or I'm angry, or I'm sad, or I'm hurt. So it's just like checking in with yourself, I feel like is very important, and it is helpful because it keeps you mindful and it keeps you present. And being present on your journey is so important. Being present and being intentional. I do believe being present and intentional, it just takes you to another level. I'll say that. You can't be present and then act out the least version of yourself. Like, I'm not gonna be present in this moment knowing, okay, Geranika, you're mad, and then I'm gonna go do something negative or do something to hurt somebody else or do something to hurt myself. When you're present, it keeps you grounded, and it keeps you like, Geranika, you mad right now, so it's best you get out of this situation. Being present keeps you responsible for yourself and your actions. So I always like to be present in every moment and present and intentional on my journey. For those of you out there who are on your journey, I just want to share a couple things that I've learned so far within the past couple years of me being on this beautiful roller coaster. The first thing I would say is I have notes, so if you see me looking down, I have to keep myself on track. The first thing I would say is give yourself grace and space to change and grow. This is so important because I was the person, I realized just recently that I wasn't giving myself the space to grow. Because I remember I didn't drink at all. I was not a drinker. I wouldn't even take a sip of anything. So I remember having this friend, and she was like, hey, do you want to go out to happy hour? I was like, no, I'm okay, I don't drink. She was like, well, maybe you're drinking things that you don't like. Maybe you should try something else. I remember going out with her and I tried a sangria and I liked it. I was like, oh my god, this is actually good. And I remember going home that night beating myself up like, why did you drink? You're not a drinker, don't do that. And I was like, dang, but what if I do like this. It's like I wasn't giving myself room to grow. Or also, even I used to be a very closed person. I had no interest in talking to people, or like, listen, I want no parts of people, okay? And then me now, I'm very like, I'm open. I love talking to random people. I just love different people's perspective. I love talking to people, and it's just like, now I'm okay with it, because at first I was like, well, why are you talking to so many people? That's not you. Like, what are you doing? I was like criticizing myself. But now I literally give myself the space and opportunity and the grace to grow, even knowing that I'm not who I was last month, and I'm not who I'm going to be 2 months from now, 6 months from now, like a week from now. So just giving myself that grace and opportunity and space to grow has literally helped me become the person I am now. I'm way more open-minded. I used to be very closed-minded. Like, it was my perspective and my perspective only. I had no interest in hearing what you had to say, what you think, what you want to do. I just was so closed. I lived in my bubble. And now I feel like I have a bubble, but it's not as big. Now it's like I'm more open to other people's perspective and the way that they think and live. It's like I literally give myself grace to grow. Whatever I want to be tomorrow, if I want to be, I don't know, a doctor, if I decide, child, it ain't gonna happen. I'm just saying, I do not want to be a doctor. Girl, needles scare me. But if tomorrow, if I say I want to be a doctor and I only want to wear blue for the rest of my life, I now give myself grace. Okay, do whatever makes you happy. If that's what you want, try it. It's not just, no, this is what I wear, this is me. No, I'm just more open now. So I would definitely say, give yourself space to grow and be whoever it is you want to be, because you have to try things in life, girl. Another thing I've learned is self-discipline is self-love. Gaining self-discipline for me has been the hardest thing. I feel like there's a point in my life where I had no discipline in no area. If you tell me something, I'm gonna lose it. I mean, I didn't have discipline with the way I spend money, the way I eat. It was no discipline, no structure, anything. And gaining discipline has literally kept me present, and also it's just made me more balance. I'll say that, definitely balance. Like, now I have this talk. I love I love breakfast from Chick-fil-A. I love Pinot Grigio, and I love Prosecco. Like, oh girl, like, it's just, girl. Oh, and I love margaritas, and I love fried food, girl. I love, okay, I love all the things that I shouldn't be loving. But now I know how to talk to myself. I'll be like, Geranika, I know you want to have Chick-fil-A today, but you had Chick-fil-A yesterday. And if you have Chick-fil-A today, you're not going to feel good about yourself. You're going to be judging yourself, or you're going to beat yourself up, or you're going to go a little too hard in the gym. So maybe you shouldn't have Chick-fil-A today. Let's just wait till Friday. It's like, now I can have discipline, or let's say discipline in the gym. Now, when I first started going to the gym, it was so hard, because something about going to the gym for me, when I first start, I feel intimidated. I feel like, oh my God, people's looking at me. I feel like, what's the point of going? It's like, I want instant results. But now it's like, Geranika, we're gonna go to the gym today. We're gonna go for, let's say, I know you're not feeling it. How about this? Instead of doing an hour, give me 45 minutes of your best 45 minutes. And I will go to the gym and give my best 45 minutes. And it's like, after, I feel so good. And sometimes I end up just doing a whole hour. But having discipline and doing the things that I need to do versus what I want to do, sometimes it's just literally helped me become the best version of myself. The next thing I learned, well, I actually just started doing this maybe a couple months ago from my therapist. She told me to start dating yourself, and I was like, okay, girl. For me, at the beginning, dating myself meant taking myself out to eat, going to watch a movie on Netflix, or going to the movies. It was like those, literally going on dates. now I've learned dating yourself is so much more than taking yourself out, buying yourself things. It's literally being that person for yourself. Like, you know how when you are in a relationship, you want your boyfriend to be your person. You want him to, if you're having a bad day, you want to call him. If you want to lean on him, you want him to be your person. Learning to be my own person has been interesting because I realized a lot about myself, girl. Date myself, I realized G is very expensive. Because at first when people was like, you're high maintenance, are you expensive? And I'm like, no, I'm not. But really dating myself, I definitely learned that all I want to do is eat and shop. And I'm like, girl, like, have a seat. Not today. Like, I can't afford it. I cannot afford it. Okay. I also learned that dating myself, dating myself has helped my self-talk. Because now that check-in, just how if you see your partner having a bad day and you're like, okay, you take a moment and be like, okay, how could I make this person's day better? If I'm having a bad day, I always sit down and I'll be like, okay, what could I do to make your day better? I literally ask myself, what could I do to make your day better? And then it'll be like, the small voice will be like, I just want a Starbucks coffee right now. So I literally stop what I'm doing and get Starbucks. Just doing things for myself, honoring myself in the moment, not pushing it off. Like if I know my energy is off and I'm not feeling my best, instead of putting it off and be like, okay, let me just finish doing this and I'll just figure out what I'm feeling later. No, I literally stop in that moment and be like, what do you need? What do you need right now? And for me, that is dating myself, and that's also honoring myself. So dating yourself, but these are just things that I've learned. I want you guys to know everybody's journey is not going to look the same. It's all different. So your journey may not be the same as mine, but these are just things that I've learned and I'm learning. So I'm just sharing. The next thing I've learned on my journey of self-care, self-love, and personal development is be the love that you need. And when I say be the love that you need, like, the love that you're looking for other people to give you, you need to be that for yourself. You need to give that to yourself before you can receive that from other people. Because sometimes we look for other people to be everything for us, and I've learned you're setting yourself up for failure, because that person can leave, that person can go, that person can die, or those people, whatever you putting your all into and you expecting them to just fill you, once that's gone, what do you have? So I've learned to give myself the love that I give other people, give myself the love that I want to receive from other people. So I'm at the point where whether you give me your love or not, I'm gonna be okay, because I will be whole within myself. So I don't look for people to fulfill me, or, well, not necessarily fulfill me. I don't look for people to make me whole. I'm in the process of working on making myself whole. That's another reason why I've decided to just be completely single right now, because I feel like right now is the most important time of my life. In my singleness, I'm learning so much about myself, which I know is going to help me be a better partner, a better wife, a better mother. So this time in my singleness is so crazy, because I used to, girl, if we being 100, I didn't want to be single. I was like, I'm about to be 30 and single, even though I have like a whole nother year, but I'm like, who wants to be 30 and single? But I've also learned now I'm so excited about this singleness, because God is showing me so many things that he want to do in my life, and he can't do that if I have another person, because I'm the type of person, when I'm in a relationship, I'm focused. I'm like, I be trying to balance everything. So he's showing me, give me your all, and I promise you I will fulfill you. I know the desires of your heart, so I need you to surrender these parts of your life to me. And now that I have surrendered completely every area of my life, I feel like my singleness is not a curse. It is literally a blessing, and I look at it that way now. Now I be so excited for the smallest things. The fact that I can literally be like, okay, what do you want to do? I get excited just to get a new candle and bubble bath, just to be by myself. Nowadays I just put on a playlist, drink a glass of wine, and literally sit in my room. I don't put on I put my phone on do not disturb, and just like being in my own presence, it is enough for me. I feel like in the past I didn't feel like me by myself was enough, and now I'm getting to I'm at the place where my presence is enough. And also the fact that I do like things outside of my comfort zone is like, if I wasn't on this journey of single and personal development, I don't think I would be the person I am. If I was in a relationship, wouldn't be this person, which is leading me to the highest version of myself. So now when I bring a person into my life, he's not coming in to make me whole. He's gonna add to me. If he ain't, he don't need to be here. He's gonna add to me, and you at this point, you just joining a party. It's like, you're not here to just, set the party up, honey. By the time you get in my life, the foundation has been built. She's done the work, okay? So the standards are there, the foundation is built, the relationship with herself, the self-love, the relationship with God, all of that is there. At this point, you just need to go ahead and add the cherry on the top, baby. The cake is already baked, so yeah. The next thing I've learned, I would say, is to be patient. Be patient with myself. Because I can be patient with other people, but with myself, being patient is hard. I put so many unrealistic expectations on myself, and sometimes when I don't meet certain goals or deadlines, I beat myself up, if we've been honest. And social media is social media will have you thinking you're not doing enough, you're not enough, you don't have enough. That's why now I handle social media different. I look at social media as business. I look at social media as, this is a fake world. It doesn't exist. Social media does not exist. The things that I see I look at it, it's not real. It's not a real world, because behind a picture, girl, you don't know what people are going through, okay? So life on Instagram may look perfect. It's not. It's not. So, and I know that now. So being patient with myself and being kind to myself has been very helpful, because patience is going to take you a long way. Because a lot of times, our journeys don't look alike. People be on social media and they have all of these things, and you just look at your life like, girl, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? This person over here is on their 5th vacation this month, and I'm just trying to get my rent paid, okay? So I'm just still trying to figure out what I want to do in life. I'm just trying to graduate. Our journeys all look different, and you have to run your race. Be in your own lane. And when I'm saying you, this is how I was talking to myself. Be in your own lane. This is your journey. This is not your time. Your time will come. It's not your time, and you can't always try to make it your time. Cause listen, what's for you is for you, and nobody can change that. Nobody can take that away from you. What's for you is just for you. So I've learned to be patient, and that has helped me. And if you're out there and you're trying to figure your life out, you need to be on your own journey and make sure, just focus on your tunnel vision. Okay, God, what you got for me? If this is where you need me to be, this is where I'm at. If this is a job you need me to be at, okay, cool. If this is what you need from me, cool. Respect your process and enjoy the journey, because now I'm finally at the place where I'm enjoying my journey, and I can honestly say that. And it's just like, okay, I'm always like hopeful to, okay, what's next? Because at first I wasn't like that. I was like, listen, I don't want to be single. But now, stepping back, I realized I had to be single. I needed to be single because there was things I need to work on within me and for myself, and a person could help me. And being in a relationship, maybe I would have expect that person to figure it out for me, when God was telling me to figure it out for yourself, and I need you to get in alignment with me so we can figure this out, not y'all figure this out. So those are the things that I've learned thus far in my journey. And girl, listen, we're still learning, okay? Okay, so next I'm going to share with you guys 5 things I do to honor myself. And when I say honor myself, it just basically means respect myself in each moment, in each place, no matter what's going on around me. So the first thing I do is get weekly massages. Now, I live for me a good massage. For some reason, it's just my, like, listen, I don't care what's going on during that week. Honey, I need a massage. That's just for me, okay? I will literally skip a nail appointment. I will skip everything else. I need a massage, okay? The next thing I do is I read and I gain knowledge. Now, reading for me is very important, and gaining knowledge also super important, especially on my on this journey of personal development, because the more you know, the more you can better yourself. Like, I love reading personal help, self-care, spiritual books, stuff like that. Like, I can only read a book cover to cover if I'm interested in it. And the only thing I'm interested in reading is, like I said, personal health, self-development, spiritual, all that type of stuff. So I make sure I'm always reading, trying, and buying new books. And lately I've been rereading a lot of books. Like, one book I'm always reading is the 4 Agreements and You're a Badass. I'm always rereading those books because I find every time I reread the books, it's just like I'm reading with a different perspective, because I'm not the same person I was when I read it the last time. So every time I read it, I get something different from it. So I like to reread books, and I definitely would recommend you go back and read your favorite book, or a book that helped you back then. Maybe if you read it now, you can read it with a different perspective and you can get new things from it. Also, I like to gain knowledge from like different podcasts. I love podcasts, girl. I can't get enough of podcasts, okay? So I'm always on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, podcasts. I'm always looking and listening to different podcasts to just gain knowledge and hear other people's journeys and perspectives on personal development and stuff like that. So I'm always gaining knowledge to just, find some new tips and just become the best version of G. The next thing I do, I like to walk in nature. Being in nature is so important for me because I find when you're in nature, it grounds you, it centers you, and that's the only time I can get centered and grounded is when I'm in nature. So I make sure at least once or twice a week I take walks in nature. I leave my phone in a car. I don't have earphones. It's just me and God in nature, and by the time I finish my walks, I'm always grounded, I'm centered, I have a clear mind, and it always gets me where I need to be. So getting in nature is very important to me. Like I said, I do it at least twice, but if it's up to me, I'm doing it every single day because I need it, okay? Next, I like to disconnect. I find when I disconnect completely, I'm talking about Instagram, I don't talk on the phone, just disconnect. I need that sometimes because I find, especially with social media, you are intaking and you're just downloading so many different images and energies. Just you're scrolling, but you are literally downloading so much. And I'm the type of person, I'm a dreamer. Like, I literally dream about everything. If I'm scrolling on my phone before I go to sleep, the last thing I saw, I'm gonna dream about it. And it got to the point where I just realized I was downloading so many different things and stories and just other people, consuming other people, and I just was like, I need to disconnect. So that's why sometimes you'll go to my Instagram or you'll come into YouTube and G is MIA. When y'all see I'm MIA, I'm totally fine. I'm with myself. So disconnecting for me is just important, just to make sure I'm, doing what's best for me. And also, I've gotten to the point where when I click on Instagram, I know what I'm going to see because I'm very intentional about the people I follow. If you are somebody I don't like, I'm not going to follow you. There's no sense of me following you. If you post things that just don't connect with my spirit or my energy, I have to unfollow you. If I'm very cautious about who I follow and what's on my feed, because that's what I'm downloading constantly every day. Because at this point, let's be honest, we're addicted to scrolling, okay? Y'all know sometimes you just pick up your phone and you don't even realize you're on Instagram until you're like, oh girl, I've been scrolling for 5 minutes and don't even realize it. So I'm just very aware. Yeah. I like to follow on Instagram like motivational pages. I like when I click on Instagram and the first thing I see is like a motivational quote. So I'm very aware of what I follow, what I give my energy to, and sometimes I just completely disconnect from everything and everybody. And the last thing I like to do to honor myself is just so, like, come on now, it's so underrated. Like, I love taking showers. I'm a Cancer sign, so I love being around water, but for some reason when I need an energy shift or I need to get centered or I just need to calm myself, stopping what I'm doing to take a shower, it always helps me. Always helps me, and I just absolutely love it. Or even sometimes I'll go sit by a pool or a lake or anything. When I hear water, anything about water, it just calms me. So I just make sure I get around water, or I just take a hot shower, and it just always get me where I need to be, and it just does the job, girl. Okay, girlfriends, so we have come to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this self-care Sunday chit chat version of a video. I just wanted to take time because I know in my videos, in my vlogs, girl, those self-care videos, sometimes we talk, sometimes we don't, we be all over the place. So I thought this was very much needed, and I hope that this video reaches somebody who really need it at this time and this moment. And just know that no matter where you are on your personal development, self-care, self-love journey, keep going, because there's always another level and you're gonna get there. You just have to push through and keep going, and understand that this is your journey. Your journey is not going to look like my journey. Your journey is not going to look like the person next to you or the person on Instagram. This is your journey. Honor and respect that, and just enjoy your process. And girl, just keep pushing. You got this, okay? So that's all I got for you guys in this video. If you liked it, do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Leave some motivation and inspiration for somebody who may need it right now. And I will see you girls in the next video.